Hi everyone, my name is Kate. Welcome back to my wondernetting channel. In today's video we are going to crochet an adult size of this baby cardigan. I already have a tutorial for the small one, but you asked me to make a bigger version, so here we are. In this video we'll be making this cardigan together, but also we'll use the iSTITCHER app to create a project for it. We'll draw a few charts together specifically for the stitch pattern used in this cardigan. And I'll show you how I personally use this app to create my projects. So after this tutorial I will upload this pattern for this cardigan in written instructions into iSTITCHER app. You will find it in the tab Templates. Alright, let's wait no longer, let's get started. The iSTITCHER is available on iPad, iPhone and MacBook. So let's go to the iSTITCHER. I have here a lot of my own projects. It's all in the Home tab, but in the Templates there are some projects that you can save to your Home tab. There is a baby cardigan I've uploaded recently. So you just need to tap Save to Home. It will appear in your Home tab. I've uploaded 2 of them. So to make the new project you just need to tap this plus right here and name it. Let's name it like summer cardigan. Let's quickly create a project. In iSTITCHER I had a free form, and honestly the pattern is super simple. It's just double crochets, that's basically it. I also create section in the project for materials, sizes and notes. I'll write everything down there so I don't forget anything, like how many chains I'm starting with, etc. Now I'll quickly create the pattern. You'll see it in the speed up. There's really nothing complicated here, and using this same pattern we're going to crochet the front panel of the cardigan. This pattern also works for the back panel too. So as you can see I made this chart pretty quickly, like I spent 7 minutes, and we can start crocheting following this chart. I'll be using thin cotton yarn, Cotton Kings from Hobby. I'll leave the link to the yarn in the description under the video. For size S, I used 188 grams. You can easily adapt this cardigan to any size. The main thing is that your starting chain should be divisible by 2. So you can chain more or fewer stitches, everything else will be worked exactly the same way as mine. Once you've chained an even number of stitches, always start working from the second loop from the hook. So for one front panel we chain 36 stitches. Into the second chain from the hook I make a single crochet. Then into that same stitch I insert the hook again and make another single crochet. I'll start every row like this, so remember this method. It's my current favorite way to begin rows. It keeps the edges straight and makes them look neat. This stitch counts as our first stitch, so into the same stitch we also need to make 1 double crochet. Then we skip 1 chain below, and into the next stitch we make 2 double crochets. After that we skip 1 chain, again into the next stitch we make 1 double crochet and the second double crochet. And we keep going like this until the end of the chain. In the very last stitch we only make 1 double crochet into the last stitch. Once we finish the row, in my chart I've marked 3 chains. You can use a chain 3, but I'm going to do it a bit differently. I turn my work without chaining and go straight into the first stitch. I make a single crochet and then another single crochet above it. Exactly how I started before. Like I said, I'll start every row this way. Then into the same first stitch I add 1 more double crochet. Next I skip 1 stitch, and into the following stitch I make 2 double crochets. Then I repeat the same pattern as in the previous row. Skip 1 stitch and into the next one make 2 double crochets. Keep going like this all the way to the end of the row. And in the very last stitch, this one right here, don't skip it, you need to make just 1 double crochet. After that we start the next row exactly the same way and keep working this pattern until you reach the height where you want to begin shaping the neckline. I'm going to work 16 rows straight up with no decreases, just a rectangle. And on row 17 I'll start making decreases on the neckline side. Now let's make the decrease chart for the front panels. To create the decrease chart, I'll just quickly copy the pattern from another one of my baby cardigan designs. The decreases are basically the same there. I'll sketch it out quickly and then we'll start decreasing together. So I worked 16 rows and on row 17 I'm starting the decreases. Following the chart, I make a decrease of the first 2 stitches. I insert the hook into the first stitch, then into the second and pull through all 3 loops together. Then insert the hook into the first stitch right here and make a single crochet on top of it. That's our first decrease. Next, according to the chart, I skip 1 stitch and make a double crochet decrease over the next 2 stitches. Yarn over, insert the hook into the next stitch, pull through 2 loops, yarn over again, insert it into the following stitch, pull through 2 loops, then pull all loops together. So we've made 2 decreases in a row, and after that we continue with a regular pattern to the end of the row. Finish the row, then move on to the next one. I'll meet you at the end of that row. So here we have 4 stitches left. We skip 1 stitch and over the last 3 stitches we make a decrease like for double crochets. Pulling all 4 loops together. Then we turn the work and the next row also starts with 2 decreases. So we decrease over the first stitches, skip 1 stitch and make another decrease over the next 2 stitches. After that, continue as usual. The following rows are worked straight again, so just keep going in the same pattern until you reach the desired height of your cardigan front panel. I'm going to work a total of 27 rows. Starting from row 20, I just continue straight rows repeating the main pattern. By the way, in iSTITCHER there are also studio tools like a row counter, not really a calculator, just row tracker. It's super handy since I need 27 rows. I just tap +1 after each row so I don't lose count. The second front panel is made exactly the same. They are identical. We just flip one of them later to mirror it. And now both front panels are ready. For the back panel, it's basically just a rectangle with no decreases. Chain 72 stitches and starting from the second chain from the hook, work straight rows up 27 rows, exactly the same number of rows as your front panels. No shaping here, just rectangle. Once all the pieces are ready, we move on to the sleeves. I'll quickly sketch the sleeves chart too. It's pretty simple. We work the sleeve in the rounds and only on one row we'll make increases, so it widens slightly but doesn't get too wide. Of course, you can adjust the width however you like. Want oversized sleeve? Chain more stitches. Want a slimmer fit? Follow my numbers. To start the sleeve, chain 26 stitches or more, but make sure it's an even number, and join into a round with a slip stitch. Into that same stitch, I make again single crochet on top of single crochet. Trust me, if you start your sleeve this way, the seam will be almost invisible. Since this counts as our first stitch, I add one more double crochet into the same stitch. The first round is working the main pattern, and at the end join with a slip stitch into the first stitch. Turn the work and go straight into that first stitch again and make single crochet above single crochet. Then add one more double crochet into the same stitch. Round 2 is worked the same way, follow the pattern to double crochet, skip 1, etc. and so on, then join with a slip stitch. From round 3, we start increasing. Begin as usual and into the first stitch work 3 additional double crochets, so 4 total in that stitch. Then skip one stitch, make 2 double crochets. Next stitch, make 4 double crochets, so it's all increase. Next 2 double crochets, and next 4 double crochets. Alternate between 2 and 4 double crochets all the way around. Don't worry if the round ends on an increase, that's totally fine. After that, all remaining rounds are worked straight in the main pattern with no increases. I worked 32 rows for the sleeve, but you can adjust depending on how long you want it. I made 2 identical sleeves. For the cuffs, I added a few rows of single crochets as a simple edging, just inserting into each stitch and working about 3 rows. For reference, my back panel is about 48 cm wide and 35.5 cm tall. Now we are ready to assemble everything. Make sure all your stitches on the back and front panels are facing the same direction, so you don't accidentally have them facing opposite ways. Join all the pieces together using slip stitches. And now we are going to attach the sleeve. To do that, you need to find the center stitch on the sleeve and start joining from there. In my case, it's 20th stitch. We'll be attaching 2 sleeve stitches into one row of the front or back panel. So since mine is 20th stitch, I'll work across 10 rows on the front and 10 rows on the back. So I insert my hook into the first row and join with a slip stitch. I go straight into the side of the stitch, right into the middle of that edge stitch. Basically, I'm attaching 2 sleeve stitches into one row on the body. I continue like this for 10 rows. Then I fold the piece in half, count 10 rows on the back side as well, and continue joining upward towards the shoulder seam, again working 2 sleeve stitches into one row. After that, I make chain 1 and cut the yarn. To join the sides of the cardigan, we do the same thing, work 2 slip stitches into one row, and continue all the way up to the sleeve. Finish with 1 chain and cut the yarn. And this is what you should have at this point. All that's left now is edging. You can do the edging in any way you like. I'll just go around the entire cardigan with a few rows of single crochet, working in the round, no turning rows. At the corners, if you don't want them to curl or become too rounded, make sure to work 3 single crochets into each corner and just do as many rows as you like. And again, make 2 single crochets on every row and 1 single crochet into each stitch on the back panel. The last step is to add ties. The ties are simply a chain of any length you prefer, and then for the second row I just work slip stitches all the way back. Now I'm entering the final measurements of my cardigan into iSTITCHER, and this is the final result. As you can see, the cardigan looks really beautiful, even though the pattern itself is quite simple. It's perfect for summer, light and slightly lacy but not too see-through. Overall, it's an ideal piece for spring and summer, and it also makes a great matching look if you have a baby, a niece or a nephew, because this cardigan has a nice unisex vibe. And like I mentioned, you can find the writing pattern and charts in the iSTITCHER app. The link will be in the description. You'll find it in the templates tab. Just save it to your home and that will unlock the full writing instructions and charts. And this is the result. I really love it. And this is the mini version. We have a matching look with my daughter. Be sure to tag me on Instagram when you will create this cardigan, and we'll see you in the next tutorial. Bye, cuties!